Well, folks, I don't know if anybody's here, if I had a notification left or not. Um, Sorry that it dropped out earlier. Uh, anyway, sorry it dropped out. I think I have figured out how to get it back. New Zealand. Thanks for dropping in and subbing. Bizzo, I'm sorry I couldn't. I was drooling over cars uh, and really wasn't being very interactive in the chats, which I was watching a lot of people, and I was really expecting, this damn thing. Was really expecting, people to, oh, you can't film me or none of that shit, and it did not happen that way, and so who'd I got in here? Huh? Is it my little buddy, geriatric dummy? And I saw one. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to apologize. That is just some of the trouble I run into, and which is one of the reasons I don't get after a whole lot on my own. Um, so it is quite nerve-wracking when just like Suspicious gets, he uses that live to YouTube app that I turned him on to, and it works pretty good for about 5 minutes for me, and then Google kicks me off, or it says it loses connection and just fucking flat out quit streaming. And yeah, that was my last notification, wasn't it? So anyway, well, I guess I'll just end this one. The first one I done with the live, I didn't intend for it to be a public, and it was. And the second one was, and then my Streamlabs. So anyway, sorry Bizzo, I didn't catch you in the last one. Spot, Albert, everybody that showed up, man, I appreciate it. And always remember, film the police, and fuck News Now Patrick, a violator of homeless. And fuck News Now Yukon, and We the People Audit. And We the People Audit is a piece of shit. So, like I said, fuck Patrick. I wished he would, wished he'd come film at my house. Just saying. Oh, and Patrick, the address is 202 Park Street, Podo, Oklahoma. If you ever feel like dropping in, buddy. So, those are some of the little chicky doos. That old hen out there has been a good mama. That little one you can see there is one of hers, and so, and I don't know if this shit on me changing my settings or not is working, because I changed it to 480 output. It says it's still at 720. So, see my little birdie up there. That wasn't one of my birds, but anyway, she got a pretty little hen. And What's up, old man? How you doing, brother? Did you miss my car show? I'm still having major issues with signal and connection and blah, 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 blah. Can you hear me? Can you see my little chickadees? Oh, cool. How are you, man? I know I hadn't been on Discord in a while because every time I get on there, I run into the same connection issues. So, what's up, El Jefe? Well, good deal. Like I said, I finally figured out how to bring the stream back up if it completely drops out on here. My cock's making a lot of noise, y'all. But anyway, that little hen right there, she made some pretty babies. But, so. No, brother. Actually, I have missed y'all tremendously, brother. Hell, the other day I was able to get in last night, early this morning, and talk to Suspicious Activity. Oh, and Redneck, if you're watching this, fuck you, you little bitch. Come back in 81's room again. So, I dare you. So, you know what's up. You know what you did. So, well, oh man, if it needs to make some noise, you know what they say, stick it inside her. So, stick it inside her. Anyway, I didn't, didn't figure it out till I'd lost everybody and all of that. And like I said, but I figured out when it drops out how to bring it back, because you can go back and pull up a create or existing event on it. Fucking ants. What's up, Fairly Local? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. And there you go, local. Well, Hefe, feel free to drop your PayPal, brother. El Jefe is going to feed the homeless this weekend in his area. And he's already bought all the food and all that. He was looking, taking up some donations to help with that. Absolutely, local. Thank you. And I'm going to be sending him some out next week after I get paid. And I don't know if y'all can see my little tweet buddy up. He ain't even coming down here. So, and I don't know how much he spent already, but this bullshit with Patty Cake Patrick is give everybody a black eye. And my deal is, like I said, my POS patty cake video. Thank you, LFA. He claims to be out there doing this shit for the people and the oppressed and all that. And then the weakest of us, he goes and attacks. And what's up, Cleveland? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Man, I ain't seen nobody here lately. You doing all right, Cleveland? Very local, me too. And there's another one, We the People Audits. He was the third one. And I've also found out that Patty Cakes paid Yukon to $100 to do that. And who was asked to leave OKC's? Oh, for calling them out? Well, then I say boycott to OKC too. Because here's my deal. If we don't call them out and separate ourselves from them and run them out of the fucking community, we are as guilty as he is. And we're just as guilty as the tyrant government and the dirty cops that investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing. So if you was asked to leave OKC's video, that's definitely one I'll be unsubscribing to, and I won't be associating with. El Jefe deleted it right after because I called him out for it being less than a minute long. And as soon as all this shit come out, I caught him in an AK Twin Mommies and B1 stream. And he's like, I'm sorry, forgive me. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. It ain't my forgiveness you need. You videotaped your crimes against them people and everything else. Go, if you're really sorry, you will go to them people. And I know he may not be able to get to the exact people, but he will go back down there and make a public apology to homeless. And film it, even if the camera's simply on him and a quick shot of the people he's dealing with. And I thought News Now Yukon was Patrick's age. That dude's as old as I am. He should have fucking known better to begin with. It just shows he was in. Hey Rob, thanks for being here. Yes. It just shows that both of them were just in it for the money. And I don't care what auditors back Patrick up, support him, or anything like that. If you're not going to call Patrick Yukon and We the People audits out, you need to unsubscribe from me and fucking, that's that. And if you're going to go out and audit with them and fucking support them and everything else, then guess what? I'll be calling you motherfuckers out too. I put out a video the other night and asking all auditors to, here comes my tweet buddy now, to put out a video separating yourselves. Because like I said, it ain't no different than cops or anything else. If you're hiding their crimes, supporting them in their crimes, and letting them get away with it, then you're as guilty as they are. And when it's bullshit, it is bullshit. Oh, absolutely, El Jefe. And that was fucked up. And it's what's sad though, El Jefe, is that how long it took. The window's still not fixed. That's fucked up, Cleveland. Are you doing okay, brother? I care about getting Patrick and anybody that supports him completely out of the community, because if they support him, they support, like somebody in a comment, I think on Fast Streams, says, I support News Now Patrick, I don't need the homeless. You're doing good? Well, good deal. I seen your old buddy Tommy the other day in the stream, and I didn't respond to him, but talking about you being a cop and all this other good shit, I just had to laugh. But I did find out, and I had been talking to, I'd been missing a lot of people's notifications for a while. And apparently on the YouTube update, it turned all my notifications off. And there was over a month I wasn't getting any notifications from anybody. And, yeah, anybody that, that supports them motherfucker. And like I said, I can't believe some of the bigger channels. I hadn't seen him in none of mine yet. It was in somebody else's live stream, and I don't even remember whose it was. Hell, it might have been Freeman's, or hell, I don't know. It's been the last couple of days, but anyway, that's about like, you know, El Jefe being a cop, and you know, and they can't make up their mind if not now is a cop or a meth head or a meth head cop. You know, just talking shit. But you know, I hate what happened to them people, but I'm glad it was Patrick if it had to be anybody. And well, I'll be talking shit about a lot of them if they don't make separation from Patrick. I know Pikes Peak has called him out in several streams. Yeah, you're deep state, El Jefe. Hey, local, and I appreciate that, brother. And somebody said something to me about, well, you know, you're a real small channel, and Patrick shut down a lot of channels, and da-da-da-da-da-da. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I mean, I want to do this shit. I want to get my issues straightened out and everything else as far as being able to carry a stream and all of that. And, yeah, Brian was one of the first ones that done it. I thought that day in your Jefferson stream that you know, he was fixing to back him, you know, support Patrick, and which you seen what I said. So, and fairly local, I'm gonna go a step further. If in News Now OKC stream, if you was asked to leave for pointing out the transgression, shining a flashlight on it, then I'm calling to unsub News Now OKC too. You know, and friend or foe or anything like that. I mean, I'll separate myself from any and all of them. Like I said, we're all human, but Yukon for damn sure should have known better. Like I said, he's my age. Anon, how you doing, brother? Yukon should have known better. Now, I will say this, I don't know it, but from what his apology video, which was an apology for getting caught, not an apology for being a money-hungry little bitch, and antagonizing and violating people for $100. But he I will say, from watching his video, I think dude's a little off. I definitely wouldn't trust him around a kid. That's just a vibe I got off of him. We the People audit. And News Now OKC cop blocker, apparently fairly local, was asked to leave News Now OKC stream for calling them out and trying to shine a flashlight on what he had going on. And OKC or News Now OKC? Oh man. Or fairly local, which one was it? I didn't know there was a channel just OKC. Hey, everybody show Cop Blocker some love. I come across him in a live feed from Houston Channel 13 the other day, and there's a lot of bootlicking going on in that stream. And actually, I was subscribed to him on this account and went and subscribed to him on the later, maybe not now. And I think on another account I'm not going to speak of right now. News Now, okay, local. I wanted to make sure. So unsubscribe to News Now OKC too. And you know, some of these motherfuckers, no drama in this stream. Motherfucker, it ain't drama. It is news about the community. You know, and if you're going to support behavior like that in the community, you need to get the fuck on down the road. And like I said, I think I was up to 560 subscribers, and I don't care if I have nary one. You know, I didn't care when I started this deal. My biggest reason for starting this, what's up, HPR? Thanks for dropping in. My reason for starting a YouTube channel was I had watched Bow and shit like that, and he talked about it being an unlimited storage dump for your evidence. And that's the reason I started the YouTube channel. Hey Brian, how you doing, brother? I seen somebody say something to you a while ago, and I don't know if I've got you subscribed or not. I can't do it from here. I was going to go subscribe to you, Brian. Thanks for dropping in. Who was his mod? Fairly local. Do you remember which mod said it? I didn't even know OKC had any mods in his channel. Actually, I know, was it Just a Little Jaded or Just Jaded? No. Do you remember what live stream it was in? Because maybe I can go back and watch that stream and find out who it was, and I'll call that motherfucker out too. So, but anyway, so apparently we got Patty Cakes, News Now Yukon, We the People audits, not to be confused with We the People 918. And okay, I was in there too talking shit for a little bit local, and then another one come up, or somebody told me about, may have been somebody told me about Yukon's deal. Yeah. Hey Bubba, how you doing, brother? Yes, checking. Thanks for jumping in here, Bubba Chambers. And like I said, everybody please subscribe to everybody, Cop Blocker, A9, El Jefe, just please sub to everybody in here. And thanks for being here. And please help El Jefe feed the homeless. He spent, I think he said $30 right now to, and I guess he's planning on going tomorrow. I don't know. But if anybody can help him with a few bucks, that would be cool. I will be sending him some this next week after payday. But anyway, I'll go back and watch that stream fairly local and find out who it was tomorrow afternoon. And and we'll unsubscribe them motherfuckers too. And really, that's where it's going to hit Patrick. Everybody needs to report his channel. El Jefe, I don't know if there's a description or a link to the original live stream to report to YouTube on that video you shared or not. But let's see. I was the first one to do a video. What's up, MCW Joker? Thank you for dropping in, brother. If you ain't seen it, check out the car show videos. Mountain Man. Oh, just having a little chat, brother. I didn't know he completely deleted it. But anyway, still with the video you've got and everything else, and I know you've got it backed up in case something happens to that one. Maybe through that information, cool, Bob, I appreciate it. Mountain Man's a long time, 30-year friend of mine. So, and I need to go visit him. So, but between transmission issues and shit like that. But anyway, so anybody that's subscribed to News Now Patrick, News Now OKC, News Now Yukon, or We the People Audience, I'm asking that you unsubscribe to them. If they're going to support Patrick and his abuse of the homeless, they need to be gone. And anybody that supports him, I will separate myself from. I got a lot of love for the people in this community. Brother, it'd be good to see you. It'd be good to be able to come see you. But, I will not have anything to do with them. And, Joker, you're a lot closer than I am. Let's see, I'm at 560, so that means I need 440. Bubba, I'd watched a few of him. He was the first auditor in Oklahoma I watched, and the only good thing about me finding Patrick was, it opened up a lot of the other community to me. Not now, maybe later, and some of them guys. So, and to be honest, I'm not sure I ever actually subscribed to Patrick. Then. Now I did, here about a month or two ago. Yes, Mountain Man, go to El Jefe's channel and watch the video of, El Jefe, discretionary advisory warning, discretion, something like, I don't remember the exact name, El Jefe. Post a link to it too in here, brother. Well, brother, I was homeless when we met. I was sleeping in a fucking dumpster. And that's the only thing I don't like about these damn chickens running loose. See that one up in my tomato plant? They get up in there, they love them little cherry tomatoes. And it's a good thing we're not tomato trees, because they'd be all the way up in them. So, exactly, cop blocker. And, we're supposed to be out there, teaching people their rights, exposing the corruption, and helping the weakest, those that are getting violated. And these people are guilty of violating it or supporting it. And it was a long time ago, brother. That's for damn sure. And here's the deal: we're all one paycheck away from being homeless. In my opinion, Cleveland, I have not heard that. Bunch of fucking idiots. That's about like the dumbasses that were going to storm Area 51. And I was all about them going out there and camping and demanding information, but, to try to run through the gate, that's fucking ignorant. I about threw y'all in the ground. But, so much hypocrisy, from anybody that's going to support those involved in harassing the homeless, or those that support them. And, and really, for evil to triumph, is all it takes is good men to sit by and do nothing. And I'll be doing a whole lot of unsubscribing from people that, delete the comments about them. Right, Bubba? I agree. I mean, that's about ignorant. But if you're going to support it, not going to call it out, going to allow it to happen or sit by idly quiet and tell people to hush about it or please leave my stream or whatever, then you're fucking guilty too. And guilty by association, guilty by complicity, compliance, however way you want to say it. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good movie. But you know, and you're no different than the dirty cops, hiding dirty cops. And like I said, I really hope Eric and some of them out there that feed the homeless speak out against it. You know, and you know, and if they don't, I'm gonna be heartbroken. That's all I know to say. And sorely disappointed, and bewildered. Yeah, fuck the police and fuck Patrick and all that support him. So, you know, yeah, everybody please subscribe to everybody. Anybody that hadn't subscribed to Joker, he only needs, I believe he said 40 more. Hopefully it's went down a little bit in here. But, and anybody that can, please help El Jefe with a few bucks to, 90 more? Joker? Okay, well he needs 90 more. You know, help El Jefe with a few bucks to feed the homeless tomorrow. And, you know, HBR, so far I'd have to agree with that. Joaquin Phoenix is, he's a hell of an actor. You got Patrick, News Now OKC, News Now Yukon, and We the People Audit. And I don't think We the People Audit had very many subscribers anyway. But, you know, and I'm going to challenge everybody here to make a video calling Patrick out. And denouncing his bullshit. And yeah, local I wouldn't either. And Tim's did have my number, you know, but yeah, I'm throwing down the gauntlet to all of them. Yeah, they have made homeless oh, I absolutely believe what Fairly Local said. And, you know, he may have cut shit like that out to hide his public support. I don't know. That's cool, Bubba. But like I said, anybody associated with this community that has, anybody that has any sense of humanity, I think would make a video renouncing these people and challenging these bigger channels to do the same thing. And like I said, pretty much anybody that stays silent is guilty by compliance. And I ain't saying if you don't make a video you're as guilty as them. I'm saying if you don't call them out, if you see them in streams, or support them or whatever, then you know, or ask people to leave the streams or not the drama in my stream. Hello, Eve. Eve, yes. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So, everybody give Eve some rubbing and loving and subbing, and Eve, if you would and feel inclined, please sub those in the chat. It's not required, but a lot of us are trying to get to 1,000, and it takes one step to walk a mile, and it takes one supporter to get 1,000. So we appreciate you, but by all means, call these people out, challenge these other channels to broadcast it. Like I said, my hat's off to Fast, Donkey Watch even. I seen where he was calling Patrick out in Discord and some other stuff. I don't know if Donkey Watch has made a video, simply because, thank you, Eve. We appreciate it very, very much. I know Defend has said fuck him. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I'm right, Mountain Man. Mountain Man makes survival stuff, fire sticks. And hold on a minute. Let me go in here right quick, brother. I think I know exactly where the one I got from you is. Yeah, I hope so. And El Jefe, I know we'd discussed that a couple of times before, and done something as such. I gotta be quiet. My son's asleep. He's not feeling real good. But me and El Jefe had talked about this before. And before this ever even happened, and we both had other stuff going on. Number one. Fuck Patty Cake, News Now OKC, News Now Yukon, and We the People outage. Anyway, this right here is a fire stick, y'all. And is what you do. Let me see if I can get this set just so. Hold on, I gotta go get my knife. I'm back, y'all. What you do is you get your knife and you shave off some shavings. And then you throw it out like that. And you start your fire. And that's just one I had close, brother. And you can post a link. Well, everybody in here should be subbed to you. And anyway, my buddy Mountain Man makes and sells them. So anybody interested in anything like that, just holler at him. He does custom make them. I got it this one this way with everything except for them two little carabiners there. It had the lanyard. You can see the buckhorn. And I mean, they're nice and solid built. Oh, absolutely, Mountain Man. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, it's, and you can use anything sharp. You don't have to have a knife. Anything that's abrasive enough to shave it off. It's like a giant piece of flint. So I think they call it fire stick, but I'm not sure. Bye-bye, I hate it when that happens, and it generally happens to my favorite shit, But pretty much I carry that dude with me, and this one would fit in some of my pockets. It fits pretty good in the back pocket, but also makes a pretty good fist pack. Just saying, not that I would advocate anything like that, but yeah, anybody supporting these pieces of shit, fuck you and fuck them. And anytime I see any of these people, whether it's in a stream, on the street, or anything else, Fire Steel or Ferraro rod, Ferricium, yeah, I had a welder that done that too. Hell, I had a company that I was part owner in that, this is it right here, Baker Brothers Heating and Air, Fort Smith, that my partnership grew legs and walked off, so I get you, And now it says fucking bullshit on the stream, and I can't read the fucking text. But anyway, like I said, this whole shit's out there. El Jefe's the first one I seen that put it up. And I said I was the first. El Jefe put the video up first, just the video. Then I think, what was it, a day and a half, 2 days later, El Jefe, when I done the piece of shit patty cake stream, and then fast, I believe, either the same day or the day after. I think it was the same day, posted the video of what he was doing on his channel. And then Brian King posted a video calling him out and calling the behavior bullshit. And so far, that's all I've seen, which is somewhat disappointing. And even more disappointing that, News Now OKC is still doing it, still supporting him, which I don't know who has and hasn't seen the video, but I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I can understand some of the big ones. I know Brent has been extremely busy, but I'm sure somebody has pointed it out to him. I mean, Pikes Peak was calling UConn out, so, and it seems to me that this would be something at the top of the list for the community as a whole to come together and say, this is fucking bullshit. I've been saying, fuck Patrick in everybody's stream. Oh, and fuck Chris Marcus, the monster Chris Marcus. I've seen screenshots where he likes to, he won't really engage me in, number one, apparently he used to be a deputy jailer, and I don't know, which we both know I ain't got nothing against ex-cops, especially when they're decent peoples. But, man, dude, fairly local, if you hadn't seen it, El Jefe, if you hadn't seen it, go to the Dangly Cowboy Show and watch the monster Chris Marcus. Chris repeatedly said, number one was there, number one heard it, repeatedly said that he liked young, little, pubescent girls. He did not have an age limit. And Dangley pointing at blank asking, he goes, when you say that, it sounds like you're saying you'll fuck a kid. And he says, I know, I don't care. It ain't none of nobody's business. I pay my own bills, blah, blah. Anyway, go watch on the Dangly Cowboy Show Right Mountain Man, but go watch the Dangly Cowboy Show, the monster Chris Marcus. And fairly local, I guarantee you he won't say a fucking word with me in there. I was in Tucson Lori's stream last night, and just as I went back and watched some of the replay towards the end because I thought she was ending. Well, after I left, Chris Marcus has a wrench in there, and he didn't start talking till I left. Well, it was recorded off of Discord. El Jefe, the Dangly Cowboy channel, no longer exists as far as in Discord. I was having too many tech issues and everything else. It's a YouTube channel. Bizzo, darling, I'm sorry I missed you in the last one, love. Thank you for being here. Bizzo, is that the monster video? But yes, the Dangly Cowboy is a YouTube channel. And it ain't got but 2 or 3 videos, but go ahead and subscribe and stuff. But yes, the monster Chris Marcus. And y'all know I had some, thank you, love, I appreciate it. I actually had some pretty decent encounters downtown. I missed it, but when the first stream I done on the label Poto Car Show, Feed the Homeless, as that stream dropped and I was bringing a new one up on Streamlabs, a little boy said, what is he doing and why is he doing that? And his daddy told him he is recording and taking pictures because he can. It is his right. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I had the old man walk up and shake my hand there on the first stream, and we stood there and talked. And he didn't, you know, why are you recording? None of that shit, you know. So well, Bizzo, I appreciate you lurking, doll. And you know I ain't got nothing but love for you, hon. Actually, I deleted, and 13 just finally went and turned off the chats completely to that live stream. But we was giving them hell. What's up, Trump-tard conservative? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, fucking, and I don't care how big the channel is. I do not give a shit. If anybody's going to associate with Patrick, support Patrick, and not call him out, fuck you. You're a weak-hearted piece of shit, and you're as bad as Patrick. Hey, Bubba, I don't know if you've seen mine on, I've got 1 or 2 videos up on storms, and I was able to set my camera one night, and I think for 45 minutes to an hour, well, El Jefe, if you get arrested for it, we'll get you some money. But I was just able to set it up on a tripod, and for an hour or so, caught lightning strike after lightning strike after lightning, cloud strikes. I love thunderstorms. But Patrick's a piece of shit. Cam man Chris Marcus is a fucking chomo pedo, sick, twisted motherfucker. Likes to beat women, brag about getting off of shit, and I'm sure he still supports patty cake. So, but I know, right, Mountain Man? Hey, back off, Mountain Man. So. Bizzo, you could probably start a business there. Professional cuddler or stalker or dominatrix. I mean, I'm not really into being dominated, but you know, I could always, anyway, I'm sorry, Bizzo. I'm sorry. Oh, I know, I got a pretty good idea of what I'm wishing for, so, but I ain't trying to put you on the spot or embarrass you, hon. So, you know I love you, so. I know, brother. I hit on Bizzo in my sleep, so, but she knows it. I don't, you know, so. That's the reason she does it. Hey, there is actually a thing, Truck Tard. Look it up. There is, that is actually a thing. I didn't come up with it. I seen, I don't remember if it was a news story or if it was on YouTube or something else. That, it's all in fun till you take it serious. Just like women that get pregnant. You know how women get pregnant? They take shit serious. It was poked at them in fun. So, but yeah, there's actually people that man, Trump, I had neither till I seen that. And I'm like, holy fuck. And you know, hell, I don't know. It may have been just a clever disguise for, you know, call girls. Yeah, I'm real. I'd like to cuddle patty cakes. Yeah, I sure would. Yes, it's very good to see Cleveland. Very good to see Cleveland. You know, brother, I don't know what you got going on, but I hope it gets a lot better for you and whatnot. And brother, I love you. You know that. And got nothing but mad respect for you. So, because you have put up with a bunch of shit. Oh, it's all fun. I'm not sure you'd call mine harmless or, you know, I don't look to harm none of them. You know, according to Cam Man, I can't have one without tying them up with leather. At least I don't use ratchet straps and beat on them against their wheels or nothing. I mean, I don't think there's ever been any question. I can be a freaky motherfucker. And I own every bit of it, but everything I do is consensual. And Cam Man, if you don't know what that means that we both agree to what's going on, you dumb motherfucker. So, and anyway. So, and Cleveland, I don't have your number anymore either, brother. I've been back and forth through phones and having to reset them and all kinds of shit. But anyway, let's help El Jefe feed the homeless. And you know, and like I said, me and El Jefe had discussed some of this stuff before, to Broken Arrow and everything else. And which is not like it was a novel idea to us. You know, Eric and the Colorado crew do an amazing job at looking out for the homeless. And you know, that's one, it would be way cool if Eric and they just blew the shit off till Patrick showed up and then just fucking bent Patrick over and just skull fucked him in every hole. That would be fucking super awesome. You know, I have a hard time thinking Eric or any of them would really have anything to do with him after this. I mean, Moskin to delete or unsub. What's up with Moskin there, Bubba? Is he a supporter of them? Or a chomo? Number one. I wish I could rub them for you, Daddy. I mean, I'm not doubting you had good reason, Bubba, but I have learned about just jumping into something blindly without any information. Nightshades, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you, and thanks for being here. So, everybody give Nightshade some love and rubs, and let's pass some loves and rubs around. So, and I believe Nightshade is in the UK. Is that right, brother? Oh, dude, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. Absolutely. Uh, but Bubba, I'm a hack. I saw you. I don't know if you've ever heard that one, but I'll cut anything. But yeah, that's fucked up. Absolutely. Racism is a dirty, ugly thing. I say it all the time. Red, yellow, black, or white. For one, we're all precious in His sight. And number two, we all bleed red. And third, but not lastly, we're all in the same race, called the human race. And with the exclusion of people like Patrick and shit like that, and cops that, think they're better than and above. I'm not sure what the fuck we call them. But yeah, that's fucked up, dude. And and obviously you don't know him very well. And and actually the oral family tradition of mine was I was a great descendant of Geronimo, according to one of them genealogy places. That ain't the case. God, I love that car right there. I love that car right there. It's not a candy apple red, it's a marble looking maroon. And you can hear this son of a bitch start up for miles. And I think it's a 65 or 67 Camaro. But anyway. And I've had black friends and one that worked with years ago. We would sit around and tell racial jokes to each other. And of course we wouldn't use the vulgarities or anything like that. The slurs as they put them. And but some of them are kind of funny, just due to stereotypes. And stereotypes is, shit that's earned, or, just like black people and chicken or watermelon, there's all them jokes. Heck, I saw you, right? But to come out and say something like that, just, that's fucked up. I mean, it's one thing if you've got a relationship with people and everything else, but all right, El Jefe, we'll be here, brother. It ain't but like a 10-15 minute video if that. But to just say something like that up out of the fucking blue, and that's fucked up. Not only is it a personal attack of saying that you're a drunk with gambling debts that has STDs. Moni in God's hands. Welcome, I'm going to say young lady, just due to the name. I appreciate you being here. Everybody please show her some love. That's it. We all bleed red, Bubba. We all bleed red. And yeah, my cock always goes crazy. Don't ever act right. Everybody show Moni some love. Human is human, that's it. And we're all in the human race, man. And if anything, I'm equal opportunity. I hate everybody the same, which that ain't quite true. I mean, I'm not much of a people person. I'm more introverted, and kind of like to be left alone for the most part. But Moni, if you don't mind, love, rub, sub everybody. They will return the favors. And like I said, we greatly appreciate the support. And all of that. Darksider, how you doing, brother? Darkside Watcher Media. Like I said, thanks for being here. We're just kicking Patrick and all that. And like I said, Bubba, I've sat around with different nationality of people that I've had, relationships with, and told jokes, racial jokes and shit like that, that are funny. And a lot of it is funny out of truth. A lot of it is just malice, just like that comment, But I mean, that shit you just don't, Anyway, like I said, we're cock-a-doodle-doo. It sure do, don't it? They're getting ready to go to bed. They all love getting up in them trees right there. They got some good hiding. We've had some possums and shit that we've had kids have sang. Oh, I do too, number one. My youngest grandson is half black. My youngest granddaughter is, well, to be honest, we're not sure she is half Latino or of Indian, from India descent. And my other little grandson, well, I've got 8 grandkids. The first one from my youngest daughter, he was supposed to be half black. So, like I said, we are all human beings. And I seen somebody talking about this the other day. You can breed horses and cats and chickens and all of this other stuff, and it don't matter if you take that more white chicken over there and breed it to that black chicken right there. If you get something that looks more like that, a little bit of black and white, but they're still a fucking chicken. And human is human. But anyway, this old boy was talking about Adam Calhoun. I will check him out. Absolutely number one. And then he went on to talk about things that didn't exist before, as a mule, where you take a horse and breed it to a jackass. And well, I'm Heinz 57 in case anybody's wondering. And I'm human. Yes, I have 3 kids and 8 grandkids. So, and me and my son live here together. This is his place. Due to some of my wonderful decisions and bad luck in the last couple of years. And one of my wonderful decisions was this business adventure right here called Baker Brothers Heating and Air. It cost me a whole lot. A whole lot. Well, yes, sir, I do. Right. Well, like I said, the pigment of one's skin does not define who that person is or anything else. That's like saying that fucking, red car is better than the yellow car. It's fucking ignorant. And I hate to hear that, number one. But You know, and I'm just one of them people. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And I have been guilty of racist shit. My sperm donor was a Vietnam vet, and I had severe issues there. And there's times I still I still struggle with it sometimes because it was so ingrained in me. And yeah, fuck cancer. Cancer killed my dad and a bunch of other people, and fuck the government for not letting the cure out because it's been there for a minute. But anyway, and that's just me being honest, y'all. And I can't say I really struggle with it anymore. But you know, coming up with the way he was treated when he come home, and then see, I was in third grade, and I mean, we got a flood of Laotian, Cambodian, and Vietnamese immigrants, and it turned the school upside down, and that reinforced some of it. And it took me a lot of years to really get over it. I agree, Moni. Isn't it El Jefe? And you notice how he says, "I'm not raped. I haven't raped anybody else. I'm not molesting anyone anymore," which suggests that he has done that. Well, it don't suggest, it says that he's done that in the past. But anyway, yeah, help El Jefe fill some of them bellies tomorrow. You know, and show him some love. You know, yeah, he's definitely done it before. I mean, it's obvious. You know, but I've been chastised over that shit too. So, and some that I can't read all the chat, y'all. I've got this shit back up on the scope. It went away. Red, yellow, black, and white. We are all precious in His sight. And absolutely. And like I said, we're all the same race, the human race. Unless, you know, people like Patrick are these hybrid reptilian aliens. Right, Bubba? Well, Bubba, I don't know if you've seen the video or not. But Bizzo, El Jefe, could somebody please repost the video? The link to it. Nightshade, it's on the Dangly Cowboy Show. And Bizzo posted it a little earlier up in the chat. You may be able to get to it. But it's on the Dangly Cowboy Show here on YouTube. And the name of the video is The Monster, Chris Marcus. There it is, Nightshade. And I believe one of them is the one that El Jefe posted. I don't know if that's... Yeah, it's all the same video. So any of them links are Nightshade. But Chris Marcus is in quite a few channels. And I was in a channel one night calling, and anytime he speaks, I don't just go into channels and start talking shit. Anytime I see him text, I will say the monster is among us, and the more he texts, the more I direct comments directly at him until he shuts up and leaves. I was in a stream, and I'm not going to call the name of the stream out because the guy's channel it was, I know he seen my comments. He didn't say anything, didn't have a problem with it. And then another viewer was like, "Hey man, can you comment down? Can you just quit?" And I'm like, "Look, this dude's seen my comments. He obviously does not have a problem with it. Hey mommy, how are you doing, beautiful?" And you know, so until somebody really has an issue, I'm going to keep doing what I do. And it rode on about 10 more minutes. And right before I was asked to quit by moderator, give it a rest, and everybody had seen it, he was like, "Oh well, the truth will come out eventually, cowboy." Blah 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 blah. Well, as soon as they're like, "Hey man," and I understand they got tired of hearing the shit. And now, mind you, there wasn't any contact going on. There wasn't, dude was walking around downtown looking, but there was no contact, no illegal arrest, none of that going on. It was about like being here. But anyway, when the mod's like, "Hey man, like, you mind laying off? We get it, da 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 da." And I'm like, okay, if y'all are okay hanging out with predators and pedos and chomos, that's up to you. And, I'll just go ahead and leave because I'm not going to shut the fuck up. Not going to do it. And like I said, they didn't ask me to leave. I chose to leave because of the way they handled it. And I've been back in the dude stream and didn't see Marcus and some more tweaks. Anyway, but I was back in another stream, and I never seen him pop up, and this person, when they seen me, made a comment that and now this is several days later, but made the comment that they appreciated that information. But anyway, let's see, but Bubba, I appreciate that, and you can bet your ass I will. Brother, I'm so fucking broke. I ain't had a beer in a minute, in a good minute. I say a good minute. I mean, it's been. Jen Wow, thanks for being here, hon. We appreciate you dropping in. I'm sorry I wasn't reading the chat here for a minute. But yeah, it'd be wonderful if it was beer 30 and hog leg 30. It is when you got it, dark side. This has been a pretty rough and lean month. Been living real close to the bone, so which is okay. You see the house with a hole up there where I got to crawl in and all of that, and the big tarp on the roof to keep it from leaking, and old Rick Crude wants to call it a shithole. But I'm grateful for this shithole, and I'm grateful not to be living on the street. To the grocery store. And Rick Crude just, one of them mouthy little bitches. It's one paycheck or one food stamp payment from being homeless. That is just a filthy, miserable piece of shit human being. I guess he classifies as human, y'all. Right, I'm so broke, can't afford to pay attention. Grateful I paid the light bill, though. And no, that is not asking for money. So, just, speaking of which, Country Boys News. Jim the Trucker is having a raffle. I believe one of them is a Wi-Fi capable camera and camcorder that if you have a hotspot you can stream straight to YouTube or whatever, and a monocle tripod little setup that's like one piece of half of a set of binoculars that it clips up over your camera, and brother, I wish I could. I'd love to smoke a little smoke. But anyway, And this monocle deal has night vision capabilities, but it will zoom your shit in. And well, Moni, at least he's doing the cooking. But they're $2 a entry. And you can enter the raffle or just donate. But Mrs. Country Boy News had to have a biopsy this Friday. Monday we will be getting the results. After the procedure, they give him it wasn't a bill, but it was an estimated cost of the procedure, and it was right at $4,000. And all the proceeds off of the raffle and donations are going to go to Country Boy to help with them bills. Jeff is here audits. Has a GoFundMe page for Mrs. Country Boy News or Mama Country Boy News. I don't remember exactly how it is. And well, man, I'll drink some of that wine with you as long as it don't turn me gay for the night, brother. Anyway, is he? Well, y'all, feel free to run over there. Anybody that wants to hang out and chat for a little longer, I'll be here. But anyway, there's several of us trying to help him out too. Number one, I love you, brother, and thanks for being here, and fuck Patrick Roth and anybody that supports him. But Country Boy's some good people. He works hard, and he's one of them that makes enough money to pay for somebody else's insurance or free insurance, but don't make enough to be able to cover the cost of the monthly payment for private insurance for herself. And Country Boy has never asked for a dime, and there's no doubt he loves his wife from the ground up and would do any and everything to take care of her. He's done a little bit of filming and auditing. And, all right, North Carolina Tyrant Hunters live too. So, see, we got quite a few fundraisers going on for her. And they're good people. Anybody that's watched her stuff knows that they are beautiful people. And, well, Moni, thanks for dropping in. Much love, darling. And we appreciate you being here and the support, and if nothing else, just a few times and the thumbs up and stuff. So, and thank you for sharing that, Bizzo. And Bizzo, I know you're in 4 or 5 streams, so there are at least 2. And let me see. I don't know. No. I'll just delete that one. Oh, and here's another interesting piece of legal information. In Indiana, it is illegal to be closer than 150 feet from an emergency and film them. And an arrest is classified as an emergency. So more or less, and that's the way it's worded, it says that it's supposed to be marked with barricades and so forth and whatnot. But then it kind of gives a go around from the way I read it. Well, that's a link that I just posted to what I'm talking about. The one I posted, I thought I deleted it, but anyway. So basically, the way Indiana has got their emergency scene deal set up, you have to be 150 foot away from it. And now it's a Class A misdemeanor, and I hadn't researched far enough to know if a Class A misdemeanor is an arrestable, IDable offense. I'm assuming that it being a misdemeanor, it is. And because in Arkansas, a Class Y, which the further down up the alphabet you go, the stronger the felony is, a Class Y misdemeanor is punishable by 2 to 7 years in prison. So, in some of these cherry tomatoes straight off the vine. You can do that when you don't use pesticides. But anyway, it come up in Suspicious 81 string last night. But anyway, effectively, it means that yeah, I know, right, Biz? Some bitches are good. They're better than candy. Straight off the vine, too. What the chickens can't get up here to get. But, so effectively, they have made it illegal to film any arrest, fire, or anything as such from any closer than 150 foot, which circumvents the Supreme Court ruling of 10 feet or a reasonably safe distance. Which, if you're not in arm's reach, that's reasonably safe. And according to the Supreme Court. And according no. So anyway, you're free to film in public, and it's also illegal, by the way I read it, to film in public, police officers or anybody else, by hidden video. Say by wearing a set of glasses and not telling them you're being videoed and audio recorded. So, yeah, go ahead, Bubba. I appreciate you being here, brother. And I will be seeing you in your stream or mine. So, much love. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, they've, to this point, have effectively, now mind you, it does say it's supposed to be barricaded and flagged and all this other shit. But then it continues to read that state that an arrest is an emergency state and all this other shit. So, it's pretty fucked up and stuff. Yum, 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 yum. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being here, and if you don't mind, I'd appreciate you smashing a thumb. And I don't care if it's up or down. I would prefer an up. But a thumbs down is still activity and still shows the traffic and all of that. So, sorry I dropped y'all on that other string. And please go to one of these live streams that are, helping support the cause. Please remember to help El Jefe if you can. He will be feeding the homeless tomorrow afternoon, he said. So, and hopefully you don't get ticketed or arrested or anything as such, extorted in any shape, form, or fashion. And, I love tomatoes all the way around, Bizzo. And watch this. I got one right here. Watch this. Them chickens love them too. That's one that Bug had already got. So, did you know, Bizzo, that tomatoes, there's another one. Big old hole in that one. That tomatoes, just growing tomatoes, helps knock down on mosquitoes. Mosquitoes hate tomatoes. So, just a little that and marigolds and citronella. Yes, they know they're yummy too. They know I grow the. Oh, that's what it is. That cushion and that seat's wet. My ass is wet, Bizzo. You done it. But yeah, I love these little cherry tomatoes. So here's one of my other ones. Hopefully I'll get a few more cantaloupes. That's what these little things right here is. So, and as you can see, they're just growing over the fence, falling all over creation. But tomatoes also hate cigarette smoke. You can kill a tomato plant just smoking around it. Same thing with weed. Just the same. But anyway, here, I'll let y'all look at my beautiful face. I even shaved today. I mean, I can't tell it over here, but I just took a little out the middle. Farm press, brother, that's it. Well, there's another one called Oklahoma Predator Prevention. And no, tomatoes do not like cigarette smoke, and neither does weed. Actually, tomatoes are the closest legal plant, or actually plant on the planet, that's most closely related to the cannabis plant. Or hemp plant, whatever. I have actually, back in the day, grafted weed onto tomato plants and grew weed that way. In this town right here 20 years ago. Right out my front yard. And but I also kept the leaves pulled to where they resembled the tomato leaves. So but yeah, OPP nails their ass local. And I've thought about doing some shit like that. I'd have to use Bizzo as a decoy or some shit though. I don't know if it's very useful, but I appreciate it. Yeah, tell me how smart I am, Bizzo. Come on, stroke my ego. So, I've been fishing for that all day. I will go check that out, Mountain Man. Thanks for sharing the link, brother. And well, this phone's done pretty decent on Streamlabs. This stream's been going an hour and a half. Still at 25%. Local, and I think that's part of the reason them boys film it. Like they tell them all the time, this is for both of our protection. That way you don't get your ass beat, and I don't go to jail for beating your ass. But I know exactly what you mean. My son was talking about, Dad, we ought to try that. But no, boy, you'd be in jail quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yes. And their decoys always tell them they're 13, 14, 15 years old. And there's been a couple of them caught 2 or 3 times. And every time, this is my first time. No, it ain't, motherfucker. Every one of them, this is my first time. This is my first time. And the sad thing is on that fairly local, there's a couple of them guys. One of them was a janitor at a elementary and junior high school that you could tell just by talking to him and, him being on film that he was a little mentally deficient. And then there was another guy that they met in the park that he was obviously mentally deficient. And it's a sad thing because I believe in letting them people live their lives and whatnot. And everything else. And, and some of them guys ain't, what's up, boss? Been waiting on you an hour and 30 minutes. But, a couple of them guys that I have seen on there, emotionally and mentally aren't any older than, 15, 16 years old. And no, I'm not saying, well, then they should be able to, continue. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that their caregiver needs to watch a little, pay a little closer attention. So, and that's one of them deals, I don't want to violate, the handicap, mentally deficient, slow, whatever fucking political way you want to say, maybe a little retarded. And I don't mean that ugly, but, back in the day it was, and you can say, retarded without it being a slur, in my opinion. A lot of it has to do with your tone of voice and how you say it. I mean, you can say it very degrading, don't get me wrong, but, all this political correct bullshit. But anyway, I'm not saying by any means let them prey on them kids, but, I think there needs to be a little more effort in allowing them to live their lives free and as independent as possible, but, protecting the children. So, because I had a situation years and years ago. My oldest daughter was about 4 years old, and some boys hanging around that was actually involved, like boyfriend, talking that shit. And I'm like, look, dude, you're fucking 14 years old. She's 4. No. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, my wife caught him trying to molest her. He had, the only violation he had managed to commit to that point was getting her panties off. And apparently she caught him in the process. And of course she loaded up and come and got me at work. And when I was 22, this is how long ago this has been. And I went back to my relative's house, and I beat the shit out of him, point blank. And some people are like, that's fucked up. 22-year-old beating up on a 14-year-old kid. Well, it's more fucked up a 14-year-old kid trying to fuck a 4-year-old kid. Anyway, I beat his ass, and I beat his ass pretty good. I mean, I didn't beat him unconscious or nothing else. I didn't go full hilt on him, but I roughed him up pretty good. And then went straight to the police station. And the comment I made when I walked in the house is, I'm fixing to beat your ass like a red-headed stepchild. Yeah, I'm unrestricted too, Mountain Man. But anyway, I went off. And anyway, as soon as I got done kicking his ass, we went to the police station, filed a report. Well, the cop was about 6'7" and red-headed as he could be. And in my daughter's story, she's like, and she told him everything that had led up to me, them coming and getting me and me going in the house. And she's like, and when Daddy went in, he told him he was going to beat him like a red stepchild. And the cop turned off the tape recorder, backed it up past that, said, we don't want to discuss this. And talked to my daughter a little bit more, and when she got past that, he hit the record button again. And I'm like, no, dude, I beat the fuck out of him. I mean, I done him pretty good. And the cop's like, Mr. England, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know nothing about it because I'm not going to arrest you. And I'm supposed to arrest you. Now, what that cop done was illegal by not arresting me. He did, and that's exactly what that cop said. But in my opinion, even though that cop broke the law in my favor, and it's not because it was in my favor, I think they ought to do this to any dad that fucks a fucking pedo up. They refused to fucking press charges. The family refused. The boy's immediate family, because they lived there in town too, refused to proceed. Everybody refused, all the way down to child services refused to press charges on me. And I was okay with being charged. I knew when I walked in that house, I was fixing to catch a charge. I did not give a fuck. And yeah, I would say that was a decent cop. Now, and I would also say that's the right thing to do. Whether it's lawful or not. Like I said, not just for me, for any parent that does something like that in that situation. I think it ought to be a get out of jail free card. No charges, nothing. Because that's what's right. It's not what's legal, but in my opinion, it's what's right. So, and I'd do it again today. You bet you. I have no tolerance for people preying on somebody less than weaker than them, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or all of the above. I have no tolerance for it. I've got my ass kicked for it more than once. But Aaron Tipton said it, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. I like my little hat. Check out the button on the front of it. Let me see if I can get it up here so y'all can see it. I guess it's backwards, but it says, I'm kind of a big dick. Not that I have a big dick, I'm kind of a big dick. Yes, fairly local, and people talk about, they need help. Now, there's some of them that are mentally deficient, that are at that age emotionally and stuff like that. Yes, I think they need help. But people that are in their right mind, IQ above, what a cop has to have, 90, which ain't, not to say mine's much higher, but, but I think y'all know what I mean. Anybody with the mental capacity, I don't think there's any help for pedos and chomos and rapists. I'm sorry. I don't. And what I mean is, it has showed over and over and over, statistics show, no matter what kind of help they get, they're better than 75%, and it's probably higher than 75% to reoffend. And it's probably really 100%. It's just that there's that small percentage that slips through the cracks that don't get caught again. The only treatment for them, I believe, is a rope, a bullet, or the fury of the family of those that they violated. Anybody that preys on somebody like that, it's inhumane. It's inhumane. Sociopaths, they have no emotional connection to anything or anybody. No empathy. Much less sympathy. And yes, there's a difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy is where I feel your pain, or I feel your emotion, and sympathy is where I feel sorry for you. So, man, fuck castrating, because it's still up here too, bro. I think they ought to be mechanically castrated with a good dull spoon, don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't end there. It shouldn't end there till they're not breathing anymore. And right, Mountain Man? Absolutely. Uh-oh, I better flip that around. I can't be smoking on YouTube. Yeah, I cut no quarter for predators. I don't. I thought for a long time I had the ultimate way to handle these chomos and pedos. Actually, it wasn't my idea. My dad had it. And that was finding an old barn or old house. That's fucked up, boss. 4-year-old Malay. That's some fucking bullshit. Anyway. But my dad's deal was find an old abandoned farmhouse, get you one of them good old-timey big wooden tables, make sure it's lag bolt to the floor, and take some big old 20 penny nails, which amounts to about a 4-inch nail. Stretch his dick out just as far as you can with his feet tied to the floor to where he can't tippy toe and get some relief. And I say nail his feet to the floor too, but anyway. I nailed the motherfucker down and leave him a rusty spoon with a rough edge or a good dull rusty butter knife. Set the place on fire and proceed outside with the families of his victims with BB guns and blow darts. And if he wants to live bad enough that he cuts his own dick off and pries his feet off the fucking floor, whether they're tied or nailed, and comes running out, then the rest of his death is from BB gun. And I thought that was about as brutal as it could get. Until my son, I've never been prouder of my son than the day he come up with this. And of course everybody in the room left because they thought, anyway, you get you an 1.5-inch piece of PVC or so, about yay big around, about yay long, and you cram it in their asshole. And then you get as much rusty old barbed wire as you can, and you run it up through that PVC. Just cram their ass plumb full of it. Then leave 20-30 foot of it sticking out. Pull your PVC pipe out of their ass. Tie the other end of the barbed wire off to a truck or a tree or whatever, and then horsewhip the motherfuckers. If they want to run it out, they can run it out, and if not, you stand there and horsewhip them to death. Or if you do have them attached to a truck, another tweak. If you do have them attached to a truck, you just pull it out and you disembowel them through their asshole. And if they're still alive and shit like that after you disembowel them through their asshole, you make sure you got, I prefer diesel and gasoline myself, because when you mix them, the gasoline don't evaporate as much. Then you pour it on the open wounds, and no, I get no joy or any gratification out of even the visions of something like that, but I truly believe that that's what she wrote, or that that's what they deserve. Cyanide Mountain Man. Fairly local. It may be because of the way your schools are set up, or it may be because your local jurisdiction goes easier on them than some other ones. There is a whole community down in Florida that is nothing but chomos and pedos and fucking predators. That's all the community is. So, well, you know that local, that you can go down to the police station and request all of them that live in the city and that are registered with the city. And it is a civic duty and a public service to go around to all of the neighbors that live around his address and allow the neighbors to keep up with him. Because our address is public information and you can walk up and down the street advertising. Well, I say you can. We might want to do a little research in that. My understanding of the law in Oklahoma is that you can walk up and down the street and advertise that there is a predator in the neighborhood. Yeah, lead's cheap, cop blocker, I agree. It's a lot cheaper. And so that's that. Local, as soon as I get some shit squared out, brother, I'm gonna come visit you for a day or so for sure. And you got my number off your live stream, didn't you, local? Oh, you can do it online there? Well, I know in some cases you can and whatnot. And I think you can probably do it online in Oklahoma. But I don't know that how often they're updated. So, hey, Mommy, thanks for stopping back in. We were just talking about how to handle chomos and predators and such. So, but I know some of the ones around here, the updates are out of date. You know, and it's easier to go to the well, shooting them's too good. That's a quick death, Mommy, in my book. Mommy, this is my favorite suggestion my son come up with. You get you a piece of PVC pipe, about yay big around. You cram it in their asshole, shove as much barbed wire in it as you can get in it. Pull your pipe out, leave about 30 foot hanging out at least, tie it off to a truck or a tree, and then horsewhip. Brother, if you got something to write with, I'll give it to you, or hell. Oh, absolutely, but AK, I firmly believe in somebody that does that deserves to die in the most painful, torturous, drawn-out way that, the most sadistic way that you could imagine. So, okay, my number is 479 650 3921. I'm not very good with emails and shit like that, local. I get shit tons of them, but I'm not very good at starting one and getting all that shit right. It just never had very much luck with it. Yeah, Mountain Man, let's not waste our ammo on them. So, but anyway, this dropped on about 2 hours. No, I get that, Mommy. I completely get that, and I'm right there with you. That's something else I can't understand, a fucking thief. Because ultimately, no matter what they steal food off the fucking table. And if they're stealing tools, they steal a man's ability to make his money. XYZ. Mommy, I'm glad to hear they got all the stuff back. I missed you the other day by about 20 minutes. So, Mommy, I did make you a mod the other day, didn't I? It don't show in here if I did or not. I'm pretty sure I did because you was posting some links. But anyway, let's try to help LFA feed the homeless tomorrow. Let's try to support Country Boy News. Okay, good deal. I was pretty sure you was, Mom. Let's try to support Country Boy News, help him out with that $4,000+ bill that he has no insurance to cover. And it's helped bring down News Now OKC, News Now Patrick, News Now Yukon, and We the People outage. So, local famous law enforcement grandson only did a year. Now, know where he lives. He picked up his disabled brother up at middle school every day after he got out of jail. Boss, I'm guessing that that was for probably violating his disabled brother. I was having trouble reading some of it because I've got that shit all over the screen again. Folks, I'm going in. The skeeters are eating me up. I'm fixing to have to end this. I'm down to about 15%, which for some reason Streamlabs has done fucking awesome today. As far as battery life. And hell, my phone ain't even hot. Yes, I know my house is a mess. That's the reason I do a lot of light shows. Oh, he did it to just local boys. That's fucked up. And I don't see how he was allowed to pick his brother up as a registered sex offender. I know they can't live within X amount of feet of the school, but I didn't think that they could be at a school at all. Yeah, well, I know Jesus, and I ain't been to church in a minute, and the book says, what you do unto a child or the least of these, and I believe the true saying, or the way it was truly wrote was, what you do to the least of me, you do, or to the least of them, you do unto me. And and that's why it crawls all over me what Patrick done, so. But churches are full of hypocrites and people that are going to hell that act like they know Jesus and don't have any idea of really who he is or his teachings or what it is to be a Christian. Their idea of being a Christian is, and I'm not saying all of them, but a large portion, your idea of being a Christian is looking down their fucking nose at somebody like me, good old sinner. Well, Mountain Man, I think that's like a new international version because I'm pretty sure that it was least of these as it come out of the King James. It don't really matter to me, you know. But anyway, anytime that somebody prays on somebody less than them, to me that scripture fits, whether it's a child or not. But anyway, you know, most good Christians today, their idea of being a good Christian is judging a good sinner. And yeah, so their judgment day's coming, and I don't have a problem helping them expedite their trip. Oh, see, what's up, brother? Thanks for jumping in. Been rolling about 2 hours now, and which with 7 people, that averages about 14. It has, brother. It has been a long minute, and anybody interested that's still in not now, maybe later's Discord. Here in a little bit, we can meet over there or whatever. I'll share links to my Discord, a couple of them, and if y'all want to hang out and visit. And I wasn't saying in the same chapter, brother. I was talking about the way it was written, as far as whether it was a child or to the least of these, period. So, but good Christians don't ever sin, so they're not sinners like me. So, they like to look down their nose. So, I sin on a daily basis, and I try to get right on a daily basis, and I try to be a better person than I was yesterday. So, there you go. You're not? What the fuck happened with that? Oh, see. Let me do something here. Let me go over here and well, that may be not now, may not. And let me run over here. I'll grab a link to mine and put it in here. And I'll grab a link to Not Nows and put it in here, and then we can go from there. So we'll turn on the screen recording, and we'll do this. We will do this and this and this. Copy that, and we'll do this, close that one, open this one, go back and turn this off, paste that, and there. See, that will get you into Not Now, Maybe Later's channel. And if that's the same one, then I'll meet you over there here in a little while and invite you over to mine. I hadn't really been posting mine because I don't want to have to go out and delete a whole bunch of trolls. So anyway, I can't see who is still here. Oh, Bizzo done beat me to it. Thank you, Biz. Man, I love you, Bizzo. You get finished before I get good and started. So, Okay, folks. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Well, I just created a new one, so and but OC, uh, you'll have to click on one if Bizzo's is an old link don't work. You'll have to click on mine within 24 hours, or it will expire. So, but anyway, I hope to see some of y'all there. Hopefully. Everybody go to Suspicious Activity 81. And well, OC, I will, let's check out Suspicious Activity 81, then I will meet you over there. Alright, I'm out. Love you. We will see y'all in a minute. Later, maybe not now.